Impressive. All right, Wednesday night was an historic one as we witnessed the passing of the Marriage Amendment Bill legalising same-sex marriage here in Aotearoa. The woman who led that charge was Labour MP Louisa Wall.
Ngā mihi aroha kia koutou te whānau. And to my darling Prue, thank you for your work and sharing this journey with me. Nothing can counteract the very real negative consequences of not passing this bill, but nothing could make me more proud to be a New Zealander than passing this bill. It's an honour to represent your country and the people of New Zealand. I'm proud to be a member of this 50th Parliament that will continue New Zealand's proud human rights tradition. I thank my colleagues for simply doing what is fair, just and right. Kia ora.
So that was Louisa Wall in Parliament thanking her supporters, including her darling partner or wife, Prue Kapua, and they're both here this morning. Tēnā kōrua. Thanks for joining us. Partner, wife, what's the proper term?
Well, when you have a civil union, you actually don't have authority under the legislation to call each other husband, wife, part. So really, you know, we are each other's partners. But one day maybe we'll be able to call each other.
Are you going
wives.
to get married?
I think one day we will, but we're not going to be joining the queue to be the first to.
Why not?
Because for us, this wasn't ever about us. It's actually about fighting for equality under the law for all New Zealand citizens. And in fact, I think there are a whole lot of other people who now will have that opportunity. We chose to have a civil union. Other people have not been satisfied with civil union. Other people flew to different jurisdictions so that they could marry.
And now a lot of people are going to be flying here to get married, thanks to you. I mean, it's been a real fight, as you say. Prue, how tiring has it been?
Oh, I think it's been it's been pretty tiring. It's
what would you say was the most difficult part for you both going through this as a couple?
I think probably is going through the issue of trying to be supportive, trying to get the proper information out there, and often being hit with a whole lot of information that's not right, people reacting to it. You're then just trying to deal with all of these.
Because I guess for you, it's quite simple. You're a couple in love.
That's right.
And it was a difficult thing to get that recognised, and now you're there. Let's take a look at some of the pictures from that night, because I'm curious, Louisa, to see, to hear from you what it was that you were thinking as the votes were being read out. You seemed so calm. Let's have a look at some of those pictures if we can, of you in Parliament. Have we got those? We had a packed parliamentary gallery. So here we go. Here you are. You're doing your speech. You know that people are going to be voting, you know that those votes are about to be read out. What are you thinking in this moment?
I'm thinking in the moment that the time has finally come, that this third reading vote will confirm, I believed all along, that New Zealand would proudly again stand as a champion.
You had no doubt about that?
No, I didn't actually, because I think the journey was one where we managed to answer every question that was put as a barrier. And actually I do want to pay tribute to people like Dr. Paul Hutchinson, who went through a really rational, logical process of deciding where he stood on the issue. Chris Arkenvold, who's a member of the Presbyterian Church, again went through a very logical process. And then we had Maurice Williamson. And it's interesting because you've got three older heterosexual men who are in the National Party who got it. And I think actually they symbolise and typify where the process ended up, which was why I was, I guess, in a position where it was just about letting it unfold and take place, because the work that we'd done throughout the process in ensuring people like them understood what we were fighting for, and then they could articulate it so well.
As I said before, you look so calm. Were you emotional?
No, I was emotional.
Was it anticlimactic?
You were a bit emotional during the day.
I was emotional during the day, and actually if people listen to the speech, there is a little underlying tremor because, on days like Wednesday, you sort of reflect on your family, who you are, where you come from. And I'd had been asked questions about my father, who, you know, for me is my role model. He's who I look up to. His sense of community, him being on our marae committee.
So you really
felt
you were feeling the weight of what was happening.
I was feeling the weight, but I was also feeling that I'd fulfilled a legacy that he'd created for me. That actually, when you see injustice in the world, you have to do something about it. To sit back and allow it to continue. Now,
this is a huge achievement. We're going to be, you know, going to Willie Jackson in a moment, who's probably going to say all those bloomin' Labour Māori MPs are useless, except for Louisa Wall. What's your next frontier? What's the next goal?
I wish Willie would say that. He gives me a hard time because what I do want to say is that I hope people saw through that process that Māoridom stood up and were counted. I mean, we were very clear, and I was very clear all along, that in fact our Indigenous community have so much to teach the world in terms of loving and accepting our takatapui whānau. And in fact, Tūrero Flavel's speech about Tūtanikai and Tiki means we're reclaiming some of our mythology. And so, you know, from both of us, we know that internationally our Indigenous communities have been amazed at how much we've injected in. And of course, singing Pokare Kariana was just amazing. That's all the BBC wanted to talk to me about. When they called, I'm serious.
And I'm afraid we do have to leave it there, but if you can give me 3 seconds, what's the next frontier? What's your next challenge?
Many challenges in my electorate. I'm very passionate about education.
Education, all right, so that's number 1. We'll leave it there just for now, but congratulations again, and lovely to have you both with us this morning. Thank you so much. All right, Willie, what do you got to say?